Have you ever dreamed of having your own personal assistant? Someone to handle the mountains of emails, appointments and news each day, providing only the most important information to you? Then you're likely aware that personal assistant can be both expensive and difficult to hire. Introducing LumiOS, an AI assistant that is more than just a gimmick. LumiOS can perform almost everything a personal assistant can do, at a fraction of the cost, and which is available even in the middle of the night. Large language models like ChatGPT are great, but they lack one key ingredient to fill the role of a personal assistant: a long-term memory. They can't effectively retrieve information about past conversations or conversations you have had with other people via email. This is the need that we identified and aim to address. By leveraging TiDB's capabilities, we designed LumiOS to retrieve information efficiently using embeddings, thus incorporating long-term memory into the AI. Whenever LumiOS detects a change in topic during the conversation, it summarizes the old topic and creates an embeddings vector. Both are stored in different databases. For the new topic, it creates another embeddings vector, which searches the vector database for similar topics. Once the similar topic is found, it is retrieved from TiDB and used in the end as a context for the conversation. This, in a nutshell, is how the memory of LumiOS works. TiDB's scalability plays a key role in handling the vast amount of data that a perfect memory requires. In the background, you can see me demonstrating LumiOS. At the start of the conversation, we established that I have 3 children. Now let's speed up the conversation a bit. Unlike other chat AI applications, you see only a single continuous chat. That is because LumiOS can detect changes in topic on its own, and therefore chooses the context for the conversation effectively. We have had multiple topic changes and a lengthy conversation so far. Let's see if it remembers the amount of children that I have. Amazing! Even with so little information provided, it was still able to perfectly recall the name for my children even, and the number, from its memory. But that's not all. This language model is more or less aware of its capabilities. For example, can you send an email for me? It's aware that it should be able to do emails, but it can't do emails. And to see that the language model is not saying something that it can't even do, you have this little arrow here in the corner, which tells you that the language model actually tries to do an action somewhere in the background. So the first arrow points towards it trying to remember or recall something from its memory, and here it tried to send the email, which didn't work. Beside that, one of the most important functionality is a speech interface. Because chatting and writing is nice, but to have a real personal conversation with your personal assistant, this is something else. So you can start the speech interface. And now I can send any message I want. I think you did a splendid job until far. So let's see if my stuttering goes through.
Thank you for your kind words, Mr. Wilker. I'm glad to hear that you are satisfied with my assistance so far. It is my duty to provide you with the best possible support.
Last but not least, I want to demonstrate a feature that uses TiDB's HTAP capability. What you see here is an admin view. Only I will be able to see it because there's only one admin in the whole system, and that is my account. So you will only see a message that you are not an admin. But here I can filter all messages that are in the database. Right now it's only my messages by keywords. For example, what did I try? I tried to send a mail, so it should find something like mail. And I can see, okay, mail was mentioned 2 times, but let's say mention someone weather. Okay, this was mentioned 0 times. And as the database increases by a huge margin, it's important that these analytical measures can be done very fast. Something like the keyword search would help us to determine which features to prioritize in the future. Our tech stack to reach this point is quite huge. It includes TiDB to store the entire chat histories and the summaries for the chat. Nest.js as the backend for the REST API and the WebSocket connection to the chat. Flutter is our cross-platform frontend. LumiOS is the vector database that is specialized in finding similar vectors with a huge amount of vectors to search through. OpenAI is used as the language and embeddings model, so for creating the embeddings vectors. DeepGram is the technology we use for the speech-to-text engine, and Google we use for the text-to-speech engine and the cloud infrastructure. Firebase is in the end used as the authentication and user management service and basically nothing else. And that is our whole tech stack. The key achievement of our project is providing memory to LumiOS, paving the way to revolutionize the integration of AI into our daily lives. Moving forward from here, there are plenty of things to do to realize the dream of LumiOS. We already implemented the speech interface and started to integrate new capabilities, such an explicit recall, so if you ask, do you remember? But we also want to add more capabilities, such access to your emails, calendar, internet for research, and whatever else you can imagine. The goal is to create an AI-driven native operating system that uses speech as the user interface. LumiOS. We illuminate your life.